Namaste children, I hope you are all fine and safe at home. Today I teach a lesson from social science, history. It's a part of social science. With regard to the chapter, second chapter from 6th standard, from hunting, gathering to growing food. The chapter name from hunting, gathering to growing food. Here with regard, today we enjoy a lot in our modern life because we are in modern age. You just think of the people to what extent were struggling, whatever their lifestyle, life condition they were leading around 2 million years ago. See, the people who live 2 million years ago in subcontinent were described as hunter-gatherers. See, now let us see what is subcontinent. Before that, let us study what is continent. See, continent by we mean vast or large landmass, large area of land. It contained with varied physical features, the climatic condition, the geographical condition, and people live here, belong to different race, religion, speak different language, in everything, different ways in each and everything. So it is a continent. Now what about subcontinent? Subcontinent is a part of large continent. Subcontinent by we mean a part of large continent. It has large landmass. It also, like continent, has large landmass that forms part of continent and having physical features of continent. What I just said, different geographical features, the climatic condition, the temperature condition, everything. So physical features of continent, but smaller than continent. It is not similar to or equal in size of the continent. Whatever, it is smaller than the continent. So the people 2 million years ago lived in subcontinent were called hunter-gatherers. Now what is subcontinent already studied? Now India is considered a subcontinent. Why? Here also we see people belong to different race, religion, caste, custom live here. Also it varied from place to place in case of climatic condition or physical features. Again, it is in with regard Asian continent. See, the major part of India lies in Asian continent. We already studied in your previous classes how many continents are there in the world. See, let us see here. There are 7 continents. There are 7 continents are there in the world. The first one, Asia. Then you think of South America and North America. Then Africa, Australia, Europe and Antarctica. So thus there are 7 continents are there in the world. And among these, can you tell me which is the largest continent in the world? It is Asia. So India is in the Asian continent. So it is called subcontinent. That's why the people lived here 2 million years ago were described as hunter-gatherers. Why these were called so? These were called so the way in which they used to gather food, or they used to obtain food, or they used to collect food. See, how did they collect food? How did they hunt? It comes to our mind. They hunted wild animals. See, they hunted wild animals. That's why so called. Name suits hunter. See, they hunted wild animals. Then what did they do later? See, they caught fish, birds, then gathered fruits which were available in the surrounding forest area, which were available in the place they used to stay or they used to live. Fruits, nuts, roots, then seeds, leaves, stalks, eggs. So, see, these people used to hunt animals, wild animals especially, then used to catch fish from the nearest pond stream or river system. Then birds gather fruits, nuts, roots, seeds, leaves, stalks, eggs. See the very name, hunter-gatherers, really resembling to this attitude in which they used to lead their day-to-day life. Now let us study next topic. They moved from place to place. Why did the early people they moved from place to place? Give reasons. See, the early people, to some extent, we can say that these people belong to prehistoric age. What is prehistoric age? Prehistoric age means the way in which there was no any evidence with regard the art of writing. People didn't know what is writing, what about the script. That period called prehistoric period, that is extended from especially 2 million years ago to some extent 12,000 years. So this is called prehistoric. The prehistoric period in which, see, the people study or the scholars who study human history, especially or particularly the culture of historic and prehistoric way of life, how through the help of some writings, structure and remains. What they do? What did they do? They discovered about the things. See, with the help of these, they used to collect the things. That's called a prehistoric. Now, let us study why were they moving from place to place. Reasons. There are 4 reasons mainly. First of all, let us study first reason. If they had stayed long time in a particular place, they would have eaten up everything, what things, especially with regard plant and animal, are available there. So, what is the first reason? If they had stayed long time in a particular place, they would have eaten up all the animal resources and plant resources which were available there. That is why they used to move from one place to another place. The second reason, animals moved from one place to another place. Why? Either in search of smaller prey or smaller animal. Why? They used to hunt them. Why? They considered them as their source of food. They had to see smaller prey, or in case of deer and wild cattle. In case of deer and wild cattle, they moved from place to place in search of grass and leaves. Now, that is why those who hunted them, means those who hunted those animals, those people who hunted those animals had to follow their movements. That is why the people of early ages or prehistoric ages, they used to move from one place to another in search of these things. The third point here, the third reason, see, plants, trees bear fruits in different seasons. Even today we can see some of the trees and plants, they bear fruits in summer season, some trees, plants, they bear fruits in winter season. Same thing happened in those days. Some plants and trees bear fruits in different seasons. That is why, or for that reason, people might have moved from season to season, from place to place in search of the plants and trees which bear fruits. So, there was a movement of people with regard early ages, early stages from place to place. Then, fourth reason, the people, plants, animals need water. Why do we need water? We need water to survive. Same thing, the people, plants, animals need water to survive. And which things were considered as a source of water? Water is found in rivers, lakes, streams. So, rivers, lakes, streams were considered as the source of water. But what happened? There were many river systems even today in those days. Some river systems were considered as a perennial river system. Some river systems were considered as a seasonal or non-perennial river system. Now, what about a perennial river system? Those river systems which flow full throughout the year are called perennial river system. Why are these so called? Because why these rivers are flowing throughout the year full? Because perennial river system always are rain-fed as well as snow-fed. They are not only rain-fed but also snow-fed. That's why they flow full throughout the year. But at the same time, the seasonal rivers or non-perennial rivers, these were only flow full during the rainy season and during the off-season. And other than rain season, they more or less look dry. That is why the people during the dry season, especially winter and summer, used to move from one place to another place, especially those people who lived on the banks of seasonal river systems. They used to move from one place to another place in search of water sources. So these were the four reasons why people of those days, why did people of early ages move from place to place? See, children, now next step, how do we know about these people? What the information reference, the source of information were available to know the people of early ages or prehistoric ages? See, the archaeologists have found the evidence, lot evidence with regard hunter-gatherers. The things, especially the tools, they have found in different places. Those tools which were used or used in the form of stone, see, wood and bone tools. So the archaeologists have found the evidence of the tools made of stone, wood, bone tools which were used and made by the hunter-gatherers in those days. Now, how did they use or why did they use these tools made of or out of stone, wood and bone? Now let us study one by one. Why they use the tools of bone, wood and stone? The stone tools, especially they use stone tools to peel out the skin of the hunted animals. They used to hunt animals. Why? Those animals which did they hunt considered them as a source of food. So they used to hunt animals, and that animal they used stone tools or implements to peel the skin and separate the flesh and bone of the animals. So what they use? They use stone tools to peel out the skin of the animals and separate the flesh and bone of the animals. Then to scrap, again they use stone tools to scrap the bark of the trees. Why did they use the bark of the trees? The bark of the trees which might have provided some choose items with regard or as considered their food for them or even medicinal values, they consisted to scrap bark of trees, then cut fruits and nuts. So for that purpose also they use stone tools. Then they used to create handles of bone, and bone is used in the form of handles, and even wood using them as spears, arrows. Why? To hunt the animals. Then they used stone axes. Why they use stone axes? They used stone axes to chop down trees, to cut down trees. Even today in some places people use axe. Okay, why? To chop down trees and cut them up into small logs or pieces. Then again wood. used even to build huts and in the form of firewood, and even wood is used to handle with regard some stone tools or some bone tools and weapons. These weapons are useful with regard to hunt the animals. Thus, see, the people belong to Old Stone Age or people belong to early age used the tools made of wood, bone and stone for a different purpose. Now let us study these pictures. Let us show the different pictures. What extent the people of Old Stone Age or early ages used. See, these are the different stone tools. Here also. Then here see what extent stone is used in the form of, see, axes with the support of some wood handles. Then here also some pictures belong to that category. Again here see what extent the stone used to cutting stone, the scrapping, the stone materials, tools used to scrap the bark of the trees and other things. Yes, children, the next topic, choosing a place to live in. Which place or which places did the people belong to early age had selected? According to the archaeologists, and they had found the evidence of hunter-gatherers from many sites. See, what are your sites? All over India, they have identified the evidence of or found the evidence of hunter-gatherers with regard to their living condition or their places where did they live. The sites means, what are sites here? The sites are the places. What are sites? They are the places where the remains of things. What are things? The pot, the building tools were found, and these things were used, made and left by the people of those days. Those days means the early days people, and these things were found on the surface of the earth or buried in the ground or sometime under water. So these evidences, either they had found on the surface of the earth or buried under the ground, inside the ground, or found in the water. So these are the places called sites. So archaeologists have found evidence of hunter-gatherers from such sites all over India or throughout India. Especially the important places to be noted here. See, Bhimbetka, the place from Madhya Pradesh, and Holsagi, the place from Karnataka, and Karnal, the place from Andhra Pradesh. These were known for the evidences which belong to hunter-gatherer period or early ages. Now, why did the people of early ages had selected only such places? Why couldn't they? Why didn't they, or why hadn't they select here and there, all over, here and there, all the places? Because these places are more or less located near the source of water. What are things which are considered source of water? Especially lake, river, streams. Lake, river, streams, they were considered as the source of water. So people of early ages, they had selected such places where the abundant supply of water available. Again, those days, the early age people, they were in need of stone tools for each and everything, as stone tools were essential in their day-to-day life, either to hunt the animal or to chop the things or to get the roots from the soil, whatever. Chose the place where stone materials or stones are available in abundant or large scale easily. So, why did they select these places? First of all, they selected places where there was a source of water available much in large quantity. Again, where in and which places were known for or abundant with regard the supply of stone materials easily. That is why they selected such places. Okay children, now the homework based on today's explanation. Okay, you do all this homework, write well. Answer these questions. The first one, hunter-gatherers moved from place to place. Give reasons. Means you have to write what are the reasons. Why did they move from place to place? 4 reasons are there. You have to write. Then 2, why did early people use stone, wood and bone implements? Third one, what are sites? Then 4th question, draw a neat outline map of India and mark the following places. The first one, Bhimbetka, second one, Karnool, third one, Unsagi. So these are the places to be marked on the outline map of India. Okay? Have a nice day. Thank you.